Now, should be working. Just gonna post on places. Let's hear myself. Post places. Oh, I can't tell if it's loud or not. This is a test. Testing. This is a test. Testing. Yeah, seems good enough. Gun bar. Hello, Mr. Gun Bar. Oh, that's what? What? Huh. Yeah, I guess this then. Yeah. Okay, so today, I know there's no one listening, but I'm just gonna lay this down. Today I need to start to make some actual design things. So I might actually just think about how the game's gonna go and just write stuff down and just come up with ideas and things like that. Maybe it'll go well, not really sure. Guess I'll find out. I need to set some rules to what this game is about and why, you know, because that's kind of important. the second time this glitches out, I just lose complete sensitivity from my pen for no reason. I don't understand this. So the thing is, I really wanted to make this game kind of random, just with not a lot of like preset things, but at the same time I want the game to have personality, you know, have characters and very distinguishable things, like this guy, for example. I like him. Or this guy with his dick hanging out. I like it. I think it's you know, design that you will like remember later in your life. I don't want to make anything bland, but at the same time I want the game to be like in a way that I can puzzle it together and make it replayable and shit, you know? So I think a good way of approaching this is by making human characters first. Make them be randomizable or something like that, and then from there I can sort of lay out oh hey Pizza Waifu, how's it going, man? I can sort of lay out the other stuff, right? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I kind of wanted to make the character you start with random or something like that, or maybe have like single character that you start with and you have no other choice. But random is good too. I kind of dig random. It yields in interesting results. You know, when you hit random in character creation, something like that. You know, you just get funny characters. That makes absolutely no sense. And I guess that's the kind of spirit I want the game to have. Like, I don't want it to have any kind of personal attachment to you, you know. I want you to take it lightly. I thought about having like, I don't want a complex inventory system, but I thought about having a kind of how do you say it, like an item that you will get that will change your appearance throughout the game, something like that. I really want the game to be light in that fashion. Like, I don't want heavy like item managing stuff, you know. I don't want survival to be the focus of the game, nor RPG. I kind of want it to be just a fun thing that you do, you know. Just a game that you scroll through. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe it does. So this is what I want to do today. I just want to like think. So while I think, I'm gonna draw. So I'm not like thinking while not doing anything, because that's stupid. So here, for example, I'm just laying down head shapes, and this is very similar to this one, to be honest. It's almost the same thing. Maybe I should exaggerate it a little bit more. Something like... something like a really big chin, like this. Wait. Yeah, like this. Perfect. Or maybe the armor could be only achievable through power-ups or something like that. But I definitely do not want an inventory, or like if there is an inventory, it needs to be very simple, very straightforward. I want the game to be playable with the controller, and with like mouse and keyboard or whatever. Yeah, I like this better. Something like Crimson Chin or something like that. The other thing I really wanted to do was make the game kind of gory, like something like when you kill enemies, they really fucking explode, something like that. That would be interesting. Yes, this is perfect. I love it. Let me fix the ear. I guess something like this will do. Jesus. Okay, there you go. Can video game take himself serious? Yes, I was actually thinking about making it really hard, but have the beginning be really easy, really easy, like child play, you know. So the first minutes that you play are extremely easy, and then the curve of difficulty would just be something like this. I thought of something like this. You start the game, right? And then it's just really easy, and then the ramp just does like this, right? So this is like 30 minutes in, and then this is like Wow, this is a bad curve. Okay. This is like, I don't know, 1 hour in. So the reason for this is one. Yeah, exponential growth. Hey, default. So one, Steam. Steam has a refund thing, right? Steam refund. That if you play for less than 30 minutes, you can actually refund the game and get the money back, and I lose money. So I will make the first 30 minutes be really easy, and then people will play through it, and then they will as soon as they get to like 30 minutes, I ramp up the curve, and then they will feel very stressed. The second reason is replayability. So I'm designing this game, replayability. I hope that this is how you fucking spell it. Yes, very capitalist. Sure, nobody quits if this is too easy. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If I make it very gory, like when you kill an enemy, it just explodes everywhere, I think the first 30 minutes are gonna be fun. Are gonna be like, hell fucking yeah, I love exploding enemies. You know? And then the other factor is replayability. So when you die here, let's say you die here, you spend like, I don't know, an hour of gameplay, right? And you just go like, oh my fucking god, I just lost a fucking hour of gameplay, right? But if the 31st minutes are super easy and you're already experienced in the game, you're just gonna blast through it really fast, right? Because the game is about like the game's gonna be fast. You're gonna walk really fast, right? I want it to be this speed, or maybe even faster. I want it to be like this speed, or maybe even faster. Maybe even faster than this. So exactly. It just transfers to Dark Souls really quickly. And then the guy dies at like 1 hour of gameplay, and he just gets to the beginning, and the game is really about stopping and not dying, right? So the enemies rush at you, and then you just stop and just recoil and you know, manage your way around so you don't die. But the experienced players are gonna take these 30 minutes and just blast through it, just go straight into it, like, because they know how things work, right? So this is the other factor. It's because I'll like motivate you to do it again, because you already know how to do it. You know, I don't know if that makes any sense. So the third reason why I want to make the game be easy at first and then hard when it gets to around 30 minutes of gameplay is because, so we have Steam refund. I don't want people to refund the game too soon. I want replayability, so they play the game again, blah blah blah, they already know the way. Oh wow, the street's really loud today. Jesus. Replayability, so they already know the way and just do shit again. And I guess the third reason would be because it's fun, right? Because I don't think people like getting into a game and just having their fucking heads smashed in, right? That's how I felt when I first played Dark Souls. I was like, oh shit, fuck. This is kind of hard. And then I played further and I got better, but it would be more interesting if it was slowly introduced to me instead of a single punch in the face. I don't know. So yeah, difficulty. Let's note this down. This is interesting. Difficulty. Oh, that means it's a T. Difficulty. That's how you spell it, right? Where's Moonman? Moonman has to help me on this shit. I don't know how to spell things. Okay, so given this, right? Given the difficulty curve, what is the game supposed to be? First of all, it needs to have interesting creatures for you to kill, right? I will make this pretty shiny piñatas that you just smash, right? Smash the piñata. And then you smash the piñatas and the blood and the shit comes out, and yay, that's fun. So A, it needs to have guns. So 1, guns, because guns makes interesting explosions and sound effects. Explosions. Explosions. And like gore, blood, shit like that. So gore. And blood. And 2, the creatures need to be fat. Everything needs to be kind of fat. Don't let the blood disappear. Yeah, that's a great idea. So permanent blood. So the blood just stay there. That's a great idea. So fat. Creatures need to be fucking fat, and that's important. The reason why it's important is because fat things are more interesting to kill than skinny things. Right? Oh man, this is a beautiful fat person. Look at that. I draw beautiful fat people, dude. Don't ever let them tell you otherwise. Look at that. Look how beautiful this fat guy is, dude. Oh my god. I just want to draw his flaps. More flaps. More flaps. Okay. Things need to be fat and interesting to kill, right? So, for example, Gunboy here could be a follower, a companion, so you don't want to kill him, right? A Lizard Wizard could be an NPC too, but the Goblin, he's kind of chubby, and that's interesting to kill. I guess we could fatten up Lumpy Boy, make him even more fat, so you want to kill him. Same with the Lady Ghoul, just make things very fat. Fat's good. So the game needs to be like fun, has a lot of things that come out of creatures. It could be anything. It could be... Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, zombies that are fat needs to spill something out. Sure, it could be just blood as well. Just a fat zombie. I don't know. And the other thing, I guess, is the theme of the game, right? So it needs to be fast, it needs to be fun, it needs to have a lot of fat things that you need to explore. It needs to, there must be things coming out of the creatures. I don't know what yet. It could be like money, it could be gold, like gold coins, it could be like organs or some shit. It could be anything, really. It could be candy, for all I care. There just needs to... something must come out of the creatures. And then lastly, I need a good theme. And I guess my theme is random. My theme is not really having a theme. It's sort of have a little bit of consistency when it comes to the stages, when it comes to the ambient, right? So let's say we are on a canyon, and the canyon's like has canyon elements. But on the canyon, you face, like, I don't know, worms with glasses or some shit like that. You know, it's like a worm. It has his head like poking out like this, coming out of the ground. He's fat. Let's make him fat. Oh my god, it looks like a dick. Shit. I have like not even started yet and it looks like a dick. Oh my god, oh my goodness. Time to get banned, boys. Okay, let's make 2 eyes like this. And he's really happy. Yay! He loves being a dick-shaped worm. Let's make his eyes really big. He's like fucking happy as fuck. He has like little arms. And he has a cowboy hat. There you go. So this is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, right? No way, a cowboy hat's like pointy, right? Yeah, there you go. He has a cowboy hat. And his dream is to ride horses or something. But on the meantime, he's gonna fucking kill you. Dead enemy organs could be the currency. Hell yeah. It could. That's a great idea. Holy shit, man. Thanks, Pizza Waifu. Good to have you around, man. That would be really interesting. We could have like NPCs or some things like that, and they just take organs as currency, like whatever. He's like, I need organs to feed my children. Give to me. Give it to me, boy. Yeah, something like that. Like, so things make no sense, and that's okay because I don't want them to make any sense. The world that they're in needs to make sense, but everything else doesn't. So that's the thing. So random, right? Only creatures. Let's just write this down. So only creatures. Maybe items too, right? So okay, no, not only creatures. Just no, wait. Not biomes. So biomes are not random. Not biomes though. So let's say we have a biome which is like a forest, right? And then we have a bunch of trees like this. Happy Christmas trees. They're happy. They like to be around. And they just scatter around like that. And then there's a few grass patches like this, kind of like in Old Age. So a few grass patches here and there. Oh, you know what? I wanted to do something. Hang on. I wanted to do something on the game. That's kind of random, but I wanted to test something. So I'm just gonna add a bunch of stones like this. And I just want to test something. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna change the camera to perspective. Oh, there you go. Oh, what the fuck? That was not supposed to happen. Okay, the characters are glitching out, but this is interesting. And the stones are blocking the path. I can really tell, like, their collision box. It's kind of big. This is an interesting perspective, right? I mean, I could tone it down a little. Let's do something like this. Oh, whoops. So like 45. But why is the character glitching out like that? So what this does, what perspective does, is it makes the things that are in the front bigger and the things that are in the back smaller. Right? That's pretty much what it does. But it's kind of glitching out. Huh. Okay, let's just leave it for orthographic for now. I could change this using just a like a line of code. That would be exactly the same thing. What the hell? Oh, okay. So, okay, let's just go back to this. Let's say we have a forest biome. So, the forest biome should have a relationship with everything else, right? I can't just put in an European forest in the middle of the game. I need to make it make sense in the setting that I'm putting the game in. So I take a lot of inspiration from... Oh, I removed the web thing. I take a lot of inspiration from Mad Max. So we need to take that into account. What the hell? Copy image. Okay, so Mad Max, we're there. That's our friend Mad Max. Take a lot of inspiration from the Mad Max video game, the new one with the cars and shit. Haven't played it yet. Is it good? So Mad Max. Let's see other 80s film that I'm using as a parameter. Oh yeah, I'm using a little bit of token of lore as inspiration. So a little bit of Tolkien lore, a little bit of Mad Max, and that's always good. Yeah, it is. I sort of wanted to make something that's kind of medieval, kind of, just a little bit, in a weird way. I don't know if this makes any sense, but have some designs that resemble medieval stuff. Like, for example, I'm using a wizard here. And yeah, something medieval. So let's say let's get some other references. Oh, this is a bad time to stream, isn't it? Jesus. I posted the stuff on Facebook and Twitter and just nothing. That kind of sucks. Not biomes though. Okay, so let's get some other games that I'm taking inspiration from. There's Don't Starve. I'm using Castle Crashers as a reference. Oh, Castle Crashers looks a lot like this game. It looks a lot like it. So this is the thing I want to do different from Castle Crashers, right? I don't want the game to be the same thing every time. I want it to be random every time you play. So that is a Binding of Isaac influence. Because these are the games that I really, really like. I really like all these games that I just said. I like specifically the Flash version of Binding of Isaac. I don't know why I don't like the new one. It's kind of lame. I like the old one. So with roguelike elements, I would have to split the game into rooms, right? Because so let's just put this here. So split world into rooms. Because one, it's better for procedural, so better for procedural. Two, it's more organized on the game, so organization in developing it. And three, and this is very important, this is memory. So none of these games that I listed, except for, I guess, Don't Starve, calculates the entire world at the same time, because making a big world means that you need to process memory, like a lot of it, at the same time. So making the game into separate rooms and having the rooms be kind of big and having it be like a lot of rooms is a really good idea. And then maybe separate between biomes and biomes. So I guess we have a base for the world, right? It's a fast game, shit explodes, guns, and like post-apocalyptic looking things. It's supposed to be a little bit random. It's supposed to have a little bit of survival elements. Something like you eat a food and it gives you HP or something like that. And this food is in specific parts of the world. The game is split into rooms, and the game needs to have this curve of difficulty, and biomes need to make sense with the world, with the entire world. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about the most important thing, which are characters. So I guess characters need to have two things, right? Let's just separate this into two. We have the enemies, no, hang on, it's into three actually. So characters, and then we have enemies, playable, and NPC, right? So it's like you don't play with it, like it was a sandbox game. Like, what do you mean by that? How is a sandbox game? Connected rooms, yes. I think I'm gonna separate them into biomes, because then I would save a lot of memory, right? Because if I separate in between rooms, that forms a map, and then I separate these rooms that forms a map into levels, into a bunch of levels, then I would save a lot of memory, instead of having to lay out the entire world at boot, you know, at the beginning of the game. Yeah, so characters, enemies. Enemies need to have a certain appearance that NPCs don't. For example, I made these designs, they're completely random, right? So who's an enemy here and who's an NPC? It's kind of hard to tell, right? So two things. The first thing is the enemy should look menacing, right? In a certain way. So I guess only the lumpy boy looks menacing here. Everything else looks very friendly. You know, this guy looks friendly. This guy looks creepy but not menacing. This guy looks worried but not menacing, and Lady Goo just looks retarded and not menacing at all. So I guess making enemies comes down to this. I make 2 fucking eyes like that, and then I just do like this. So every single enemy needs to have this look, right? Or a very faint dead-like look. So like they're stupid, you know. So we have the evil thing. This is the evil look. Let's make the eyes more like this. Yeah, there you go. He still looks friendly. Interesting. He still kind of looks friendly, even though I made him super grumpy looking. I guess having a smaller eyes will make him more angry. Yes. Smaller eyes, that's the key. Smaller, keener eyes like that. And then never use round shapes. So this is round. Maybe. But how am I gonna make them fat if they can't be round? That's kind of hard. I have no idea what the fuck this is, by the way. I don't know, default. We haven't like done anything. I need to have a good thing that separates allies or NPCs from enemies, right? And I'm just trying to figure this out, which is really hard. Don't know what it is, but it looks angry. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Just gonna add some legs. Beautiful. Maybe looking at HP HUDs. Maybe. I don't know. Look. These all look friendly except for the goblin. The goblin looks like a it just looks a bit crazy, right? Insane. Oh, hey Peter. How's it going, man? So what I'm thinking is creatures need some kind of thing that looks menacing, because Lumpy Boy looks infected, right? He looks like there's something inside him, and if you kill him, it's gonna spill everywhere, and it's kind of disgusting. So, for example, if I kind of add like horns here, maybe something like that, might look a little bit more like an enemy instead of just a grumpy NPC. Like he's made for fighting, right? I'm making a game. This is day 2 that I'm making the game. So far, this is all we have. Just a few characters designed, a few sketches, a few references to other games, some ground rules that I'm just planning right now. And this sort of like prototype with very basic mechanics of the game. It's like walking around, the camera is scrolling. We have collision, we have Enemy AI, just very basic. So yeah, this guy looks like an enemy, right? The genre of the game is like, I haven't decided yet, to be honest, but it's something like Castle Crashers, right? So it has like this scroll look to it. The characters walk around in this scroll thing. You kill things, and it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be very gory with a lot of blood. And it's supposed to have a world with biomes and things like that. So I'm not really sure what genre it is right now. I guess it's a roguelike, because if you die you have to start over and the game's kind of procedural. But I'm not really sure. Yeah, there's a lot of not fun games out there, man. I have a bunch of them. I made like a bunch of not fun games. So I guess enemies need to have features that make them look like you don't want to get near them, you know? Examples. Yeah, sure. I made a game that's like exclusively competitive. So you're not supposed... the core mechanic of the game is not to have fun, but to compete. And yeah, you can argue that competing is fun, but for some people it's not. Oh, you mean the character design? Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to figure this out, actually. I don't have any like set rules. For example, we have all these creatures around. Some of them look menacing and some of them don't, right? So which one would you guess that is friendly? I don't know. I would guess that this guy is friendly. This guy is friendly. I don't know about this guy. I don't know about this guy. And I don't know about her. But these two, I'm like 90% that they're like not friendly. They look very menacing, because he looks brain dead, so he can do anything. And he looks angry as fuck. So I guess they're enemy designs, you know? So that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. He does. He looks insane. So we have enemies. They need to look menacing. So look menacing. Like they could kill you. That's the thing that we're defining for this. They need to look juicy. So look juicy. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh my god. That makes sense, Pizza Waifu, actually. If they don't have like a familiar face, right? Because I'm giving this big, like, protagonist eyes to them. So maybe having something more brain dead like this for enemies. Something like this. He has like some kind of gun, I don't know. Yeah, but this makes sense actually. If I have someone that doesn't have big eyes and have like a not very familiar face, or just looks brain dead, you know, that's also an alternative. Okay, so they need to look juicy. So when you kill this guy, I want his head to explode. I want it to be filled with something. I don't know what yet. And it needs to look good to shoot at. And last but not least, the enemies should like actually kill you. So they need to have something that can kill you, right? I can't have an enemy that's like clean. I can have an enemy that's like a blob, like this. That's not menacing. That's just a blob, and he's happy, right? Like, I see this a lot in games, dude. I see this a lot as your first enemy, and you touch him and you get hit. Why? Oh, it's okay, Peter. But like, okay, we could have like a little blob, but it needs to look like this. Look, I'm gonna make him have an enemy face now. First of all, okay, he's a blob, right? And he has two eyes, and they're kind of like set apart, like in a irregular way, like this. And he just has like a retarded face, like this. So this is a menacing blob, because you don't know what it can do, and you get near to it, and it does like this. Yeah, so it does like this. And then you have pointy teeth when he attack. There you go. We made a blob design. He could kidnap your children. He could kill you. You never know. So he just does like a single frame switch, and then attacks you, you know, and then eats you up. So there you go. That's how I would make the design, instead of having like a big eye like this guy, right? So okay, let's move on. Playable. First thing is human-like. So this is a rule I want to set right now, because the inspiration for the games are all human-like protagonists, right? So they have limbs and he walks. Walking is important. So human-like, not crawling, not flying or anything like that, just human, and they use guns, right? So second thing, guns. Third thing, good design. So design, right? I don't think we should make them random. Maybe have a design. For example, Trashy here. This guy's named Trashy, by the way. So Trashy. Trashy is a bland design, so to speak. It doesn't have any rememberable features on him. I guess his nose is very memorable. It just kind of reminds me of Mr. Poopy Butthole. But her, for example, she has nothing, right? She has two eyes and hair and ears and blah blah blah. So maybe always strive for something strong on the face. Always. The body doesn't matter, right? Because I want the game to have a bunch of different armors. So making the design stand out on the face and not the body. The body is the second part. So design on face. Wow, this is great annotation, man. Nice. Just make a nice Thumbs up here. Nice. Great. These fingers are really good too. There you go. So, design on face, use guns, and be human. And then we could make a bunch of different designs, like I did here, right? And you could unlock new characters. Oh yeah, this. So let's just note this down. Unlock. Could you show the gun boy real quick? I want to make a screenshot of him and try to make him into pixel art. Yeah, sure. Here's your gun boy. He's a boy, and he's a gun. And he shoots instead of speaking, which I guess makes sense. That would be funny, actually. You're just standing there, it doesn't say anything. You get near him and you press something and he just shoots you in the face. There you go. NPC has idle look, so I don't want NPCs to move around. I want them to be static, so you know it's an NPC. So they could be attached to the ground, they could be like sitting on a chair, right? Let's make this guy sit on a chair. Look at that, that's really good. You could be sitting on a chair. You could be doing anything. He starts shooting and then text shows up on top of him. That would be amazing. So I want NPCs to be idle. I want them to stay where they are. This is another thing that's going to be very different from the enemies. The NPCs stand still. The enemies run at you. Right? On a wheelchair, sure. Whatever floats your boat. They need to look friendly, so that's a given. So look, smiley face. And they need to do something. I'm not gonna add an NPC that does absolutely nothing on the game. So for example, here's what I thought. The goblin could change gold for something else. The lady ghoul changes kisses for gold. Right? This is gold, by the way. Let me make it shine. Hang on. There you go. That's gold. The lizard wizard could change gold to upgrades into your character, right? So maybe all NPCs could do that. All NPCs could change something for something else. And then Gunboy, and we're gonna add him into the game now because it's too much fun. He could change health. And how do I represent health? Okay, let's represent him with the heart, right? He changes health into bullets. Or into guns. No, into bullets. There you go. You just talk to him, he shoots you in the face, and then the bullet drops on the ground. Wow, this is gonna be the game of the year. Game of the year. So all NPCs would like yeah, I know. I was thinking that whenever you kiss her, whenever you kiss those sweet, sweet lips, look at this. I was thinking that whenever you kiss her, you lose 1 health. Oh, hey Betsy, how's it going, man? So she will like grab you with her like creepy hands and just smooch you really hard, and you will lose 1 HP and then get some gold, right? The gun boy would be the same thing, but he will give you bullets. And this guy will do something, I don't know. So the NPCs must do something, anything. And they could also be a companion. That makes sense. Spill out some gold coins. There you go. Awesome. That works. So yeah, NPCs do shit. Yeah, that's a good idea actually. She could swallow you and then it's a new level. Do something. Okay, like without really wanting to, we kind of defined a few base mechanics for the game, right? For example, Gun Boy gives out bullets, and this guy makes you stronger. So it's given, like now, that the characters have gold, they have health, they have bullets. Oh my god, I draw bullets like I'm drawing a dick or something every single time. Look at this, that's so bad. They have bullets. Is being rendered something. What do you mean? Okay, so they have bullets, they have guns. Let's make a gun. I'm awesome at making guns, check this out. There you go, look at that. That's a gun if I ever saw one. They have guns. This is a terrible gun. Okay, that's a little better. So it's being rendered in the game considered something. I don't know what you mean, like rendered like in 3D or something? I hear the word rendered and I just think about 3D rendering. They have guns and they have upgrades. So I'm just gonna make like a biceps, an anti-arm, a hand, anti-arm, and the bicep. There you go. That's an arm right there. So upgrades. Just okay. I'm just trying to understand, man. Health. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to talk about is how the game starts. Is them existing in the game considered something? Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe some NPCs, like, maybe they could get killed or something like that and you can save them. I'm thinking about, like, not doing scriptable things because the game is procedural, right? So you're gonna get into a room and the lizard wizard's gonna be standing there. He's nervous as fuck because there's a bunch of blobs around him, right? Or something like that. And then you kill the blobs and the lizard wizard thanks you and you can trade money for power-ups. But if you don't save him and he dies, then you can never do this ever again. So it's kind of important. So yeah, I guess existing in the game would make them something by their own. So yeah. So bullets, health, guns, upgrades, bullets, and money. So these are basic traits. You know what, Peter? I like you. I really like you, man. Holy shit. That's a great idea. Gonna make like a pervy beard dude. And he's like, touch my beard, son. It's gonna be awesome. Do it. Hang on, the mouth should be on top of the beard. Touch my beard. My uncle didn't do that. What do you mean? Every uncle does that, right? Right, guys? Touch my beard, boy. And he's naked too. Yes, okay. He's naked too. Let's do that. He's an old boy. And he's naked. Yeah, there you go. But what do you trade for gold? Oh, you know what? The lady goo maybe only works with males, and then the beard man only works with females. Okay, how much shit is this going to give me? Seriously. People are gonna hunt me down and kill me if I do this. Jesus. Like a bearded boy. Oh, she gives gold, right? Maybe he could maybe he could take health in exchange for power-ups, right? Something like that. Yeah, sure. Okay. So what were we thinking? The basic mechanics, right? So you have the heart, you have the gun, and the upgrade. So here's the thing. What is the difference between these two? Can guns be upgraded? Can you upgrade your guns? What's the difference? Right? Because in Binding of Isaac, I'm not sure if any of you have played it, but the upgrades are items, right? That you just accumulate right here. And there's also other stats like speed or something like that. Speed, strength, and damage modifiers. So I guess the upgrade could be like stats, like speed, strength, and things like that. Right? Oh my god. Got 300 hours on it. That's awesome. But okay, so we have guns, we have stats. Let's just put this here. Say stats. And we also have armor, right? So armor is kind of important because it changes this on the character. So stats could be a bunch of things, but let's just do 3 for now, right? We have strength. So strength will change your damage. It makes no sense that shooting with a bigger muscle is gonna do more damage, but who cares? Who gives a shit? We have speed, which is like a little boat. Makes you faster. That's a given. And we have something else. What do we do? Is health a stat too? There's attack speed, which is kind of important, right? rustiness of the bullets. Yeah, something like that. Strength, speed, and then these are basic stats that you have. I thought about making bullets be kind of global. Like there isn't a lot of difference between the bullets. Or maybe there aren't bullets. What if there are no bullets? What if you can shoot as much as you want? That's fun, right? I want the game to be fun. You have gold, okay. And armor. So these are items. You can only have one. So you can only have one armor and one gun at the same time. You can have infinite gold. And you can have infinite health. This is upgradable. This is a stat. This is also stats, but they don't get used like health does, because health gets used. You take damage, you lose 1 health. You use gold, you use 1 gold, right? But strength and speed doesn't get affected by that. I guess attack speed makes sense. I'm not really sure. Attack speed. We could also increase attack range. Attack range. We could also do... Let's think. So we have speed, we have strength, we have attack speed, we have attack range. And I don't know, intelligence shouldn't play a part here, right? I'm thinking about D&D stuff. And intelligence makes no difference. Wisdom makes no difference. Dexterity is speed, right? I guess this is it. And there's health, right? Health too, right? Because you can upgrade that. And you can like be tanky or some shit. So I like this. I think it's pretty basic. It's gonna do the job. And yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get some water. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. So the only stats would be if I make guns define these two things. I mean, sorry, define these three things here. then the only thing left is health and speed. Right? But health and speed. Oh my god. Okay. My flash crashed. Hang on. Okay. So if these are the only two things, then maybe we can have luck be one of them. Because the game's gonna have a lot of RNG, and having luck is kind of interesting. And then I guess the armor could influence in these things. Right? This is interesting, like maybe the armor and the gun could be the only two things I need in the game. Yeah, forcing isn't good. Peter is right. Peter is right. You have to listen to him. Okay. What if inventories? What if you could have a bunch of guns and a bunch of different armors? Then you have to make some kind of build, right? Some armors give more health and some others give less, and you can carry them around. And then gold is one way of getting these items other than killing monsters and shit. Yeah, so you have an arsenal of like guns and armors, and you just switch them up and have like a very simple inventory, just a bunch of squares like this that, for example, on the PC you could just press tab and it would just pop on the left, and you just press up and down and just select it real quick, or just click with the mouse. And on the controller it could be like L1 for the weapons and R1 for the armor. And then just press up and down and just select your weapon and move on. Kinda like in Metal Gear Solid, right? On one side you have items, and the other side you have weapons. I mean, it really depends on how deep I want to make the game. Like, how deep do I want this game to be? If I make the armor and the weapon stats be freely changed by these things, it's gonna be really deep. It's gonna be like hard. But having a bunch of different weapons and a bunch of different armors is a good idea too, because it's pretty much what this does, but in a more solid way, right? I don't know, I like this. I think I like the idea of having a bunch of different armors and a bunch of different weapons, and they switch up these stats. So you have a blank human with design on face that would have that would have to switch up between gun and gear, right? And this way we don't make exactly the same thing as Binding of Isaac. It would be something new, right? Something out of the box. So that's interesting. Okay, I think you could give each weapon a free from Rusty to Platinum. Oh, a tier. Yes, a tier. And then repairing makes them stronger? I like that idea. To improve your weapons and improve your armor. So for example, Gunboy could change health to make your weapon stronger, right? Lady Goo could change health to gold. The Goblin could change gold to improve your armor or something. The Lizard Wizard could improve random stats into both. So he's like very powerful, very OP. He improves all. Also to find tiers later in the game, so you can pick a pike instead of a pistol. A pike? What the fuck? So the design is supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. Oh, look at that. That's scary. Pick a pump. Typing on the phone is hard, yeah. I gotcha. I gotcha, bro. Yeah, okay, I think we're getting somewhere. And then there's one last thing I didn't talk about, and this is kind of important. It's how does the game start? And why is the world scrolled and not like an open world with a bunch of shit? So let's talk about the world. And I want to make this short because it doesn't really matter. I thought that the game is always gonna start in the same place, and you're always gonna start with the same weapon, and you're always gonna start naked. I don't know how much this is gonna affect me on Steam, but I thought about making your character starting naked in a cliffhanger, so it's like, I don't know if that's the word, like in the edge of a cliff. So you're always in the edge of a cliff. This is you. And okay, let's make some arms. Nice. Make some eyes. And you always start naked, so. And you always start right next to something. Either a chest. I don't know if it's gonna be a chest, I'm just thinking. Let's make a chest real quick. Or something like that. And inside it, it's gonna have basic items. So you're gonna start with the weapon, with a pistol. Just a pistol. 3 hearts. And 5 gold. So. And then gold can be anything, by the way. We can just turn it into whatever. It doesn't matter. Sounds like Minecraft. It does? So why am I doing this? So the gold gives the player the ability to upgrade, right off the bat. He's gonna walk around, and if he finds one of those guys, he can already start building up and just blasting through the initial area. The pistol is consistency, the hearts is consistency because you need 3 hearts, and the cliff is because you can only go right. So it's gonna be like a tutorial thing. So yeah, you always start right, you get the starting items, and the next screen is always going to be the weakest creature in the game. So the next screen is going to be like a slime, you know, like the slime we designed. He's really weak, he's really stupid, and you can kill him very easily. He's not gonna damage you, like, unless you're like really bad at the game. That sounds solid, right? Dude, look how skilled my drawings are. Jesus. Oh my god. There you go. That's better. Let's put this in our new screen. And then from here we can do whatever. You know, we can just fuck shit up. Doesn't really matter. I can make the stage go up, I can make the stage go down. It doesn't really matter. It's always gonna be a screen on the left and a screen on the right. Every single time. And your character is gonna scroll from left to right or right to left. Doesn't matter if you want to backtrack or something. So yeah, that's a lot of design I did. We have nailed down the basic mechanics of the game. The game has a bunch of stats that are imbued into weapons and armors. We have 2 basic things, which is health and gold. We will have an inventory system to carry around weapons and armor, so 2 inventories, one for weapons, one for armors. The characters don't wear helmets, so they have the design be on their faces or something like that. Or maybe not, we'll think about that. The NPCs need to look friendly, the enemies need to look menacing. Things need to be fat, they need to explode. Shit must come out of it, like gold or something like that. You can upgrade things using NPCs. You must have fun, and the difficulty must scale as you progress. The biomes need to make sense with the world, and the world is kind of like a Mad Max, Fallout, Lord of the Rings kind of thing. So it's like a bunch of crazy shit going on. And that's it. So we defined pretty much the mechanics of the game. And now, or maybe not now, maybe later, we can start defining the story. Like, why the fuck are you doing all this? There needs to be a reason, even if it's not spoken, right? Why are you going through this? Your character starts naked, and you start walking around, and you need to kill shit. Why? Just to survive? The ring. That's a good idea. The ring of power. The ring. So that Frodo can carry it around. Frodo! Master Frodo! Would you mind drawing an uncle for me that I can use for this game idea I got 3 seconds ago? Sure. You mean this thing? The uncle? The bearded uncle? It goes like, I'm gonna touch you, boy. I'll touch you, boy. I can make you fatter. You should be fatter. You have like a nice beer belly like this. Yeah, it's cool, dude. I appreciate the comments, by the way. It really helps shaping the game into something that, you know, is enjoyable. Give him some tits too. Some nice manly tits. There you go. His little dick is like right here. Okay. Turkish like hard, my boy. Touch me. Touch my beard. Thanks, Peter. But yeah, let's think now. We need like a reason to why the character is doing all this. If we're gonna have a main character, that is. Let's say it's Trashy, right? So Trashy needs a reason to why he's doing all this. And it needs to be something that wants to make the player go forward. Yeah, sure. Hang on. There you go. That's your beautiful uncle. Let me remove his dick so you don't report me. It's a beautiful uncle boy. He's an uncle and a boy. Oh yeah, he needs an ear, dude. What am I doing? He needs a beautiful round ear. Oh wait, it's like this. There you go. Like 1 hour. Yeah, something like that. I should become a writer. Yeah. We need a reason, dude. We need something like a deep reason to why are you existing. It's kind of hard. But I have an idea. Look. Let's just think, right? Mad Max. Mad Max is something that I really admire. It's a movie that I admire. And I think his reason is simple enough. A, he doesn't want to die, right? So we could make the game start in a cliff and the unit is already going towards you. He fell off a vehicle. I actually thought about that. I actually thought about making him like someone left him to die and he's seeking revenge or something like that. But here's the thing. What if, one, you don't want to die? You don't wanna die. 2, you like killing. That's something always nice, right? It's one of my motivations to play Binding of Isaac was because killing is so much fucking fun. Okay, let's think about other things. So in Mad Max, Mad Max wants revenge, right? Like not targeted at someone, but at the world. He doesn't like the world. The world killed his wife, and he's pissed off about it. In Don't Starve, you have to survive. In The Lord of the Rings, you have to deliver something, like a ring, to somewhere. It's like a quest, right? In Binding of Isaac, you must kill your mom, because she's going to kill you. Something like that. In Castle Crashers, you must steal back the crown from the king. Is that it? I don't really remember. So we need a motivation, something that the character needs in order to move forward. Yeah, Isaac didn't like killing. I did. I fucking loved it. It was the best part of the game, actually. So the thing is, how do you make a game without telling a story before the game starts, and then have a motivation, a story being told after that? Oh, I know. You know how you start naked? What if in the beginning of the game, you were robbed? What if the game starts with you getting robbed, and then as the hero runs away, he drops a gun, he drops 5 gold on the ground, so it's not a chest anymore, it's just there laying on the floor, right? The 5 gold and the gun, and the enemy runs away. So the enemy is here, the villain, right? He's like running away. Run as fast as you can, fuck. And you see him running away and dropping the stuff that he stole from you. And as he's running away, a creature approaches you, right? Like he kills one of the creatures, dodges the other, and the other just turns into you and starts running towards you. So right off the bat, you want to kill this guy, right? Because he's robbing you or something. So it's a temporary motivation. And as the game progresses and you see him further into the game, a dialogue happen or something like that. Like you have a connection with this character deeper than it seems. Like he was an old friend, or he's an old lover that's like running away and betrayed you or something like that, and now you want revenge or something like that. Or maybe you had something in you that he destroyed and you got really pissed, and he does this on the first scene of the game, and then robs you. Maybe you had like a dog, you had a pet, a cute pet, and he kills it in the first scene of the game. Right? He just fucking murders it in the first scene of the game, and then you get really angry and gets your stuff, beats you up, and then runs away. Maybe the enemies suddenly appear behind him and he lets the stuff fall in surprise. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. What the hell? That's awesome. So he steals the stuff, the enemy scares him, maybe damages him, just takes one hard alt, and then he just lets the stuff drop and then runs away, and then you have to chase him. And as you progress, you maybe understand that he did way more, right? That he has way more that you need. So something like that. So every time you play the game, the same thing happens. The same guy robs from you and then runs away, and then you have to chase him, but every time you do, it's a different world completely. I think I like this. this parry animal from Phineas and Ferb. How's it called? Fits the waist. Dude, I don't know the name in English. I just know it in Portuguese. A platypus. A platypus? Parry. Hang on, where did I put my pen? Oh, there it is. Parry, let me see. Oh yeah, like a... It's kind of like a platypus. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But what I want to do, and I think you guys are getting me here, it's like I don't want anything explained before. I want the game to start really fucking fast and you don't have to wait. Right? You're gonna boot the game and this is gonna be the first screen right off the bat. What the hell? I guess you don't need too much of a reason, right? But a starting thing, like a small hint of vengeance, just because you don't have anything else to do, will definitely do. Like, I would 100% run after him. I wouldn't just like stand there and just be like, yeah, okay, rob me. I wouldn't do the bike cuck meme, you know? You guys know that meme, right? Okay, that's pretty solid design, I think. Now I need to actually test this thing right here, like a bifurcation. One goes up, the other goes down. I want this to be like a core mechanic of the game. Yeah, that could work. Music. Oh yeah, you guys can see it. I turned off the web page. Let me show you. It's from Guild Wars 2. Okay. Here's what I think I should do. I should create more human features. More heads. More hairs. Maybe more eyes. Maybe more armors, different guns. Maybe make more lady-like things too. And then eventually we will get on the character we want. Or we could just leave it random, because I guess it doesn't really matter. You know what could be fun? If the guy that stole from you was like a really important member of something, right? Like he has the appearance of a gang, of a certain gang. And then you run him down, you run after him, you kill him, and after you kill him, a bunch of others show up, and then you fucked, right? Because that's the plot of Mad Max 2. In Mad Max 2, in Mad Max 2, it's this guy. Let me show you. You see the Mohawk guy? He has like a boyfriend. And then at the beginning of the game, Mad Max kind of kills his boyfriend by accident, you know? And then he gets really fucking pissed. And it just unlaunches from there, you know? So it could be that. It could be something like that. Like someone robs you, because that's a normal thing that happens on this kind of world. You run after him, you kill him, and then you're fucked. You know, and that actually, that would also make this thing here makes a lot of sense. Because this could be right here when you kill the guy. So you run after him, you kill him right here, and then shit gets really hard. Because instead of monsters, you're killing people, like smart people now. Oh, what's this? Okay, that's awesome, dude. The pervy uncle. Yeah, that's exactly how I imagine him. You know what? I was thinking about giving him the Caesar looking hair, but that's much better. Just a patch of hair on the top of the head, like this. That's perfect. Yes, lovely. All right. I think I like this. It's pretty interesting. It's like, it's a snowball kind of plot, and it makes a lot of sense, and it isn't that complicated, and it's gonna hook you up. Like, it's gonna really hook you when you do that, and it's like an important event. It's gonna freeze the game, and the characters are gonna be fucking pissed at you, and a bunch of guys are gonna come running after you, and from there you just have to like kill them all or die. Okay, I like that. So you're not the one doing revenge. You're the one being revenged. It goes against the enemy design. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the menacing look? Yeah, maybe. Oh, that's true. Well, there could be. You know, you kill this guy, and then the leader of the group is like this big fat fuck, you know? Like in Mad Max 2. The main guy is like this dude over here. And he's just really fat. And then I could give him some BDSM clothes to make you feel extra uncomfortable. Yeah, just do enemy design exactly like this, you know. It doesn't run but roll away. Yes. Exactly. You're getting the spirit, man. So I would give him some BDSM clothes like this. It could be like around his thing, and he could have like a pork looking face, just like a porky nose, right? Even though he's human, he has like a porky looking nose, because who cares, right? And then he just has like a big fucking gun, like a really big gun. Maybe one of those mini guns, you know. His Wildcat. It looks like a leaf blower. It looks like a banana, like a bitten banana or something. Yeah, but you get the idea. I think that it could work. Like, I don't have to remove the current design to make it look good. He's just a gardener minding his own business. Yeah. You know what I mean? I could just put exactly the same design into the humans. So they're humans, but not really. They're just really fucking bizarre, right? Every single one of them. And the one that stole you too. He could also have like a not human design. He could be like a little weird, like Lumpy Boy there. Yeah, okay. This is a lot of design that we did. It's like 2 hours of design. And we just come up with the game from start to end. Oh, okay, no, hang on. There's still the end. I guess the end could be just like a ramp, right? Because from here to here, you have one thing in your mind, which is the thief, right? In fact, they could be not human. Like, never in the script I specified that this guy needs to be human. He could be just, I don't know, a fucking worm for all I care. But okay, so you're worried about the thief. And then when he gets here, you get presented with a lot of challenges. You face maybe 3 bosses as you progress. And between the bosses, you have biomes, right? So this is one biome where you chase the thief. And then you have 3 biomes, one with each boss. So boss, boss. Oh my god. Fucking crashed again. Blank stream. Okay. Okay, there you go. So you have like 3 bosses. And each one on each biome, and the last one is just like a big fucking guy that you have to defeat. Right? That's gonna do something to you that you really want to kill him for. Maybe it could be this guy with a minigun. Maybe it could be someone else, I don't know. Maybe you could meet a girl in the way and she dies or something like that. Or you get like an NPC that you really care about and he dies. And then you just, I don't know, just any motivation really. It has to be strong, it needs to involve NPCs or characters. And ultimately it's just like a final line, just an objective, you know. So you have objective 1 over here, which is the thief, and then you have objective 2, which is the final boss. So let's just call him FB. There you go. Gunny has turned against us. Holy shit. That's a good like a plot twist. Gunboy he's like this, right? He's sitting on the chair and then he just does like this very slowly. Just very slowly does like this. I am evil now. And that's it. That's the final boss. And then you go, Gunny, no! And then he just kills your companion or your dog or something like that. And you go, wow! No, Gunny! And then you have to go after him and just kill him. Okay. I guess it's time to stop daydreaming and start making this. Seems like a feasible game. It's not gonna take too long. It's gonna be like a very shallow design, fun with a lot of weird creatures, and pretty straightforward. Okay, there's one thing I want to do in the game that before we get started, I'm just adding shadows to my sprites. So I need to know if this is enabled on quality settings. Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay. Then I want to make sure that my shader has shadows enabled. It's off. Let's turn it on. Make sure that receives shadows too. Receive shadows. Nothing happens. I need to take a look at the shader. So resources, sprite, tint. Let's take a look. I actually, you know what? I actually like that default. It would be very interesting if one of the harmless NPCs would like be like the gang leader or something like that. Memes into old age memes. Yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't matter. So this, my friends, this, what you're looking at, is the language of the devil. This is called shader language. And it is not from this world. This is pure, unformatted evil. And I hate it. But I need to put shadows into my shader, and I don't remember how to do it. So I'm trying to figure this out. I don't remember how to do this. I remember I actually did it once, but I don't know where the shader is right now on my computer. Oh, I think it's here. I think I found it. Where did I? Yeah, I don't remember where it is. That sucks. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into the built-in shaders from Unity. And I think there's a sprite diffuse here. So diffuse means that it takes in it takes in a few properties. Oh, okay. Oh, I just remember why I don't use that. I just kind of remember why. It's because it doesn't go along with a how do I say it? It doesn't really get along with smooth edges. Like the sprites right now have this like nice smooth edges, and to turn this into a shadow sprite, like to cast a shadow and to receive a shadow, it needs to have like jagged edges, and that just looks like shit, and I don't know how to fix it. I mean, I kind of do, but it's kind of hard, like very hard. So maybe I'll leave with no shadows for now and just do something called a shadow projection, and then maybe later on I'll just change that. But right now I just think this is fine.
It's okay. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, so we have the walking dudes here, and then I want to do a going up and a going down screen. I guess that's really straightforward, right? You just have a cube, and then this one's like thin, something like 3, and then this one goes up. It needs to be something like this, and this one goes down. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, just have to be static. So it's gonna bake, and there you go, it should work. Oh yeah, I need to remove this cube from here. Oh, why am I in the ground? What? What the hell? What? Why is this happening? What the hell? I didn't change anything. Or did I? Z minus 1. That's like this, yeah. What the hell? That's kind of weird. Okay, whatever. Yeah, there you go. It works. So one goes up, the other goes down. And then naturally, the further you go up, the more you're gonna get off screen. And then as soon as you get off screen, it's gonna change to a new level. And then this is a bifurcation, so you have to make choices into the game and make choices and backtrack if you need to. So this is like a core mechanic, and it looks fine to me. There's a little bit of overlap over here, but that's not very hard to fix.
Very good.
Why are the gadgets in the ground? Come on, man. Why is this happening? I don't understand. Oh, that's even worse. Okay. Oh, I think it's because I baked again. And then you just did that. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. It stopped clipping. No clipping. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I want to change. Let's not change this. I want to change this. This is not correct. The way I need to do it is I need to say that agent dot velocity dot z is always multiplied by 75f. No, that will glitch the game. Okay, hang on. It needs to be here, yeah. A clip out of what? A clip out of what, boy? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, how do I do this, guys? What the fuck? How do I make going up and down slower? Because right now it isn't. Right? Or maybe I just ignore it and whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, I go up and down really fast though. Yeah, but I kind of like it. Whatever. Don't clip me, bro. Yeah, it's okay. Just clip it. Just do it. Just one quick clipping. If I rotate the cubes, would the collision rotate it? Oh my god, it does! Holy shit! Oh my god, Unity is the best engine. Okay. There's probably someone angry at me because I just said that. Someone out there is pretty angry. So let's say minus 40 here, and then here I need to counterbalance it, so I add 40. And then now the collision is twisted in the perspective of the stone. So let's see. So this one is good, and it's gonna feel like, oh, look at that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, boy.
No, don't tell Gaben, please. I'll do anything for you, default. I will climb the highest mountain. I will go to the deepest ocean. I will fuck the fattest bitch. Okay, so this is the real way of doing this shit. I dig it. I dig it very much. Yeah, cool. Some pretty simple logic. And I like it. I like it a lot. Kill me please. No doing stuff with mommy, please. Come on, dude. There's no way of talking about your mother. It kind of bothers me that Bruno is called mommy on Discord. That's not cool, man. Not cool. Okay, so yeah, it's still weird though. It's like weird because it's sexual. And sexual things are weird. That's all I have to say. Speaking of weird, should I do old age stuff now? I have to say, the advertisement I did today was a complete failure. Feels bad, man. Is it really that sexual? Yeah, I guess you could say it is. I mean, not too much though. I mean, it's funny, it's cool. I don't mind, but I don't know. That looks weird. There you go. So I finished the other pikeman. Did you see it, Default? There you go. I added some like gold coins here. Some like golden rings over there. I made a little hatty hat with a skull on it. Made a little drinking bottle with some booze on it. And now I need to draw the bishop and the marksman. What is this stuff hanging on the thing on the pike? Oh, it's just rope. It's just like a piece of rope. And then it's like there's like gold and jewel on it. Not supposed to make much sense, just carrying gold. Instead of a flag. I could put a flag here with a skull on it, but I don't know, I wanted to make something different. Maybe no flag at all. You guys really don't like the flags, huh? Moonman said the same thing here for the Sovereign Pikeman. But it's a pikeman thing. I need to have the flag. It's designed for the pikeman. The pikeman always has something on his pike because... Come on, man! Don't no flag me, come on. Oh, it hurts. Makes me sad. I used the brain cells to design him. Okay, should I make the marksman now? You are hurting me, Default. You are hurting me a lot. Stop hurting me. Yeah, they do. The pikeman's supposed to have a flag. One. And I need to put colors somewhere. So if I don't make a flag, then how the fuck are you gonna know which pikeman is it? Like, is it the yellow? Is it the purple? I'll never know. So I need something to tell the difference between them. I mean, I could change it, but I don't feel like it. This took a lot of effort. I really don't want to. No, it needs to be as stupid as possible. Like, a child must recognize which one is the yellow, which one is the purple. So just the hat is not enough. And maybe under the coat, sure, but... like, why not go all the way then? And he's supposed to be a good Pyke, right? He's not supposed to be evil. That's why I didn't make him with skulls and the bones and everything. He's just a pillaging Pyke. So it makes sense that his coat's like whiter, brighter, better, faster, stronger. Oh man, fuck. I'm really getting tired already. It hasn't been that long. Making games is hard. A lot of people are wearing white coats on the sea. Come on, man. I know my pirates. Wanna play some Old Age? No, I gotta finish these things, man. I need to finish these skins. They're not gonna finish themselves. So, yeah. Just going to finish the marksman first, and then the bishop. Shouldn't these horns be like lower? Like on the armor? Feels like the horns are like getting out from his head. I want it to be an armor thing. The maiden body with some... what? Oh, it's because I pressed F5. Yeah, that happens. It's a glitch. Let's see what happens here. I'll press F5, look. Oh my god, that looks terrible. Look at this shit, man. Wow, that looks amazing. Yeah, what happens is whenever I press F5, it tells all the sprites to go a frame further. So what this does is it makes the characters randomize a little bit. So if I press F5 here, they go completely nuts. Like they make no sense. Look at this. That's awesome. Yeah, there you go. It's just a glitch. So I'll be right back. Just gonna do some stuff. Be or late. The marksman doesn't have a crossbow without bolt after he fires. Oh yeah, that's something, I guess. I could change that. I will change that. How many crossbows are there in the game? Just one, right? Did I make like an alternate version of it? I don't remember. Oh, touch your beard when you do. Oh, that's. Ooh. I don't know, default. That's. It's a little risky. Know what I mean? So you want it to you want this to happen? Like this? Is that what you want? Hmm? Like that? Let's get the bolt off. Get the bolt off. Van Helsing has the same crossbow. What? No, I mean in the game. Do we have more crossbows on other skins? Like this? That what you want? Oh, the Van Helsing skin. Does it have another one? It doesn't. Look. With a sloppy head. No, there's just one crossbow in the entire game. Also, let me do this. Look. This was one of the first weapons I ever drew in old age. Look how bad it is. It's really bad. Why can't I just get a simple game idea? Oh, that's kind of hard actually. Like, it's because it's kind of like a paradox, right? Like, why do you make games in the first place? It's because you're a creative person, right? You have a lot of ideas and you want to put them into practice.